All right, boys, what it is. So, Jane Doe guide. I am absolutely ecstatic for this character, dude. I am so excited, man. Gorgeous character, dude. I love her so much. I love everything about her. So let's just get into it, dude. Jane Doe pre-farm guide, boys. Really easy, really simple. ZCZ is really good about letting you pre-farm this kind of thing, man. Except, you know, when you don't have the items that will come out in her patch, but whatever. All right, boys. Again, so the info that I get this from is from ZZ.hux.in. The info was probably what they were able to get from the beta that is going on for 1.1 right now. The pre-farm guide is very simple. The way to get materials in ZCZ is very simple. Jane is a physical anomaly unit, so you're gonna farm just anomaly, you know, Ascension materials. This is really easy. You find this at the HIA, so just go to HIA. The Ascension materials that we talked about, we talked to Bertha. Go to promotion and then do the anomaly drill. Just farm this over and over until you get that. Okay. Since most of the players were at, well, like maybe internet level 45, maybe internet level 50. We might need a little less materials than the ones that we have here. If we are going to level 50 though, like from 50 to 60, then you're going to need 30 of the purple ones or the 4-star ones. If you're going to go all the way to level 40 instead, you're going to need only 10. At least for level 40, no, level 40, 250, right? So really easy. Just farm this over and over. If you still need lots of these, make sure that you get the coffee for them, okay? And be sure that you're farming them on the highest challenge level that you can. It's right up here, right? Make sure you're doing that. Next is your first big time dump to level up a character, man, which is the talent level up materials. These over here you get in the exact same place, bro. Just go to agent skill and you start farming the rigidity test, okay? Same thing. This probably takes way more than the Ascension materials, but that's normal. Every Hoyoverse game does this, right? And it's just where you're going to take this. Usually in Honkai Star Rail, this takes me about a week and a half to farm all of these by doing, you know, these every single day. I think this game is going to be a little bit worse in that regard because it seems to take a lot more out of Genshin's Ascension style and skill up style instead of like Honkai Star Rail, okay? But it is what it is, and this is your first huge time sink. Second thing, credits, guys. If you don't know where to get credits, it's also in the same place here. You're gonna need tons of those. It's in the basic materials, right? This is where you get the XP materials that you need to level them up to. You're gonna need tons of these. W engine if you're gonna go for a W engine 2, and the bounty specialization for the credits. If you are getting the battle pass, then you should not have too much trouble with these, because the battle pass is really good about giving you these. But if you are not getting the battle pass, then you might have to spend a couple of days just grinding out these, man, maybe more, who knows, if you're going to absolutely max out your Jane Doe. I don't think most of us are able to max out Jane Doe, even if we do have all the things for when she comes out because of the internet level. But if you are already at the max internet level, well, at the internet level that you get max level, that you can max out a character, then it is a big grind, dude. It is a big grind. Yeah, okay. So these two items over here, man, the website, they put like 2 bang boos here because they are the normal boss farming and the weekly boss farming. Okay, I'll show you guys where it is right now. It's right here in HIA2. It's right here with Lila, dude. So you talk with Lila and you're going to try the expert challenge, and it is these, okay? The reason why the website shows them as a bang boo is because the boss that you need to farm to be able to get these items isn't in the game yet. So this boss is probably going to come out with 1.1 with Tingyi. So I think you will be, like, this is usually how it goes for Hoyoverse games. I think you will be able to pre-farm this for Jane because we're going to have 3 weeks to do it, but you're not going to be able to pre-farm this for Tingyi, unfortunately. But good news is if you are skipping on Tingyi, you can pre-farm this for Jane Doe. I'm going to say probably, but like 90% confident here. So this is just a new boss that's going to come out. All you have to do is check Jane's Ascension materials when this does come out, and you know, just pre-farm this, man. Farm 60 of these. So, all right, Golden Bamboo here, weekly boss, okay? Same exact thing. Weekly boss, we don't do over here, guys. We do it on the Scott Outpost in the interior. So over here in the Scott Outpost, it's in the Notorious Hunt. Okay, this is the weekly boss, boys. You are going to be able to start farming this when Tingy comes out if you are willing to use it on Jane. The good news is that we can use our 3 weeks to farm all 9 of these. So Jane is 100% possible for you to get her absolutely maxed out when she comes out, which for Tingy isn't the case. Like me right now, dude, I only get 1 of these every run that I do, and I'm at level 50. I am willing to believe that when you get to level 65, it's going to drop 2 instead of 1. Or maybe at least it'll have the chance of dropping 2, which would make it like Honkai Star Rail. But if not, then you always need 3 weeks for this, and it absolutely sucks. But hey, it is what it is, right? Yeah, so this is how you guys are going to get the weekly materials. Okay, and then the last thing that we're going to need for now is the Hamster Cage. The Hamster Cage Pass is a very, very, very rare item in the game, dude. It is the equivalent to the Tracks of Destiny in Honkai Star Rail and the equivalent to the Crowns in Genshin Impact. Here's how you get them, dude. As of now, from what I was able to tell from the in-game information, you can get them in the Battle Pass. So in the Battle Pass, you're going to get 1 of these every 45 days. If you don't pay for the Battle Pass, and if you do pay for the Battle Pass, you're going to get 2 of these every 45 days. The second way to get them is by doing events. Okay, I don't think we have active events right now, but every once in a while, I'd say like maybe every 2 weeks, you're going to get one in-game event that is going to give you at least 1 Hamster Cage Pass. So I would say that every 45 days, if you do all the events and you actually pay for the Battle Pass, then you probably will be able to max out a character, a servant. FGO in my mind. The Hamster Cage is what you're going to use to fully max out a skill, probably doing its last level. Now, I'm saying probably because I have no characters in the last skill level, okay? But this is why you need 5, because characters have 5 skills, and you're going to need 5 of this to completely max out the level of said 5 skills. So this is what it is. So it goes all the way up to 12, right? For you to be able to go all the way up to 12, you're probably going to need 1 Hamster Cage Pass for each one of your 5 skills in the character. Right, so Jane Doe is going to have 5 skills, just like every other character, and you're going to need 1 Hamster Cage of each to be able to get all 5 skills to max level. All right. Okay, quick details on Jane build. So thinking about how Jane plays, how she's an anomaly character, I was using Grace as an example. So what you're going to want to get is her signature light cone. Oh, I'm sorry. You're probably going to want to get her signature W engine, which is this one, Sharpened Stinger. It's 100% going to be the best thing for her, man. These are the essential materials that you're going to need. You farm them on the HIA also. Other options, I'm pulling this from Grace right now. This is from Pridwin. Probably if you have, a 5-star anomaly engine, that's probably going to be the next best thing that you can use. I wouldn't worry too much, about optimization in here, man. I think she would do just fine. Or you can use Weeping Gemini and Rainforest Gourmet. Okay, now where do we get these? In the gadget store. Yeah, so the 2 good ones that you're probably going to be just fine using on Jane Doe, dude, are Weeping Gemini and Rainforest Gourmet. Okay, maybe Weeping Gemini over Rainforest Gourmet. Here's the thing. To make these W engines, you need these little pieces right here. You get them from drops in the Notorious Hunt, which is the weekly boss. We should be doing them every week anyways, but you always get them from recycling W engines. But here's the thing. These ones, you get them from recycling W engines that are A rank or above. So that's the catch. You should be able to be getting like these from doing your weeklies, like I have 4 right now. And there are other places that might give you the W engine shit too, like events and such. But yeah, doing the weeklies, you're going to drop these. And if you really have some A rank W engines that you feel like you really don't need, then you can recycle them and you can use that to craft the W engine that you need. In this case, the good ones would be Weeping Gemini and Rainforest Gourmet. Nothing too crazy here. As far as disk drive sets go, here's the thing, dude. Sometimes people might think like, oh, I'm going to use the anomaly disk drive set because she's an anomaly character, right? And while I think that method of thinking is not incorrect, especially because I don't think the disk drives are going to do that much of a difference as long as you have like at least your main stats optimized. Here's an example for Grace. Because she already applies anomaly so insanely, like Pridwin, for example, tells you to use Thunder Metal, which is the lightning DPS one. as opposed to the Anomaly Plus one. And seeing Jane Doe reading a bit of her kit, dude, I really think that she's also going to apply Anomaly at such an insane rate that maybe Freedom Blues, which is the Anomaly one, having the 4-piece of Freedom Blues isn't going to be the best thing for you, right? So let me show you. The place where you farm your disk drives, dude, in the Scout Outpost in the interior. You guys probably already know this, and you farm it over here. The one that you're going to farm for her, in my opinion, would be this one, Fanged Metal, right? So 2-piece physical damage 10%, 4-piece whenever a squad member inflicts assault on an enemy, or whenever Jane Doe does what she's supposed to do, which is inflict the anomaly, the equipper deals a 35% additional damage to the target for 12 seconds, dude. This really feels like it's better than the Anomaly 4 set, dude. Now, I don't know if this is intended by Hoyoverse that we use Fanged Metal instead of the Anomaly set for the Anomaly character, but it really feels like it's better. And here's the thing. It would be good for you to farm the Anomaly set. For the 2-piece, like the remainder 2-piece, you might want to farm Freedom Blues because it does increase Anomaly proficiency by 30, and that seems like a straight up increase to, you know, what Jane Doe is supposed to do, like we're talking about, which is inflict the Anomaly. But the 4-piece really doesn't seem worth it, man, because I would just want my Jane Doe to inflict more damage because I would want her to stay in the field anyways because she's so insanely hot, you know, if that makes sense. So this works as the other 2nd piece, but listen, this is just my opinion. Since you are farming for Fanged Metal, right, which is my suggestion to you guys, you don't need to farm, you don't need to do what I'm saying, right? If you're farming for Fanged Metal, you will also be farming for Hormone Punk, and Hormone Punk's 2-piece just gives you a 10% attack up. And if you're like me, thinking about spending more time with Jane Doe in the field than absolutely necessary, then this dude should work just fine, man. I would tell you, dude, like, don't worry too much about it. Don't stress too much about it. Farm the Fanged Metal because it's going to be way awesome on her. And then chances are that you're going to get some good Hormone Punks pieces while you're farming for Fanged Metal. So then just use Hormone Punk, dude. Right? Maybe later you'll switch over to Freedom Blues and that's fine. But I think that, you know, for pre-farming, dude, just do Fist and Gun and you should be good, man. So that should be it for disk drives, dude. If you guys are farming for Jane Doe, I would tell you to like focus a lot more on the main stats. That should be Anomaly Proficiency for Disc 4, Physical Damage in Jane Doe's case for Disc 5, and then Anomaly Mastery for Disc 6. That should 100% be what the actual priorities for your main stats are, and I would focus 100% on those main stats instead of like trying to min-max the substats right now. Like, you can do that. Of course you can do that, but I think it's a lot of a hassle for you guys, dude. I'm just trying to keep you guys' sanity in check, okay? And it shouldn't make that much of a difference when clearing the end game, man. It really shouldn't. And if it does, man, like I told you guys again, I think that's a problem with how Hoyoverse is building the end game. Instead of like, oh boy, I didn't farm for like 60 hours the good substats, dude. Yeah, that shouldn't be a thing that you have to do, man. It should be a win more thing instead of like, you know, an obligation thing. Your player skills should be able to carry you, bridge the gap that those optimal substats create, right? That's my opinion. But hey, we'll see how it goes, right? Gonna be probably the first character that I absolutely max out to the most that I can when it's out. So we'll see what it is, man. So guys, that should cover everything, okay? If I missed something, please let me know in the comments, man. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you guys a lot for like sticking around to the end of the video, man. Give your boy a like, a comment, and a subscribe if you enjoyed the content and if you want to see more of this, man. If you like, you know, my laid back way of just, you know, giving you guys guides on how to like care for your absolute waifus, right? If I forgot something, please comment down below. I'll be able to check it out and answer it to the best of my ability. And I really, really wish you guys the best of luck in Tingy and in your Jane Doe pulls, man. And I really hope that everything goes well, all right? So that's ktsu signing out.